Hi guys, hello, welcome back. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you, love you so much. And if you're new, you are most welcome. Come join the fam, come. My name is Prudence. Some of you might know me as Ununtlantla, and yeah, so I think you all saw today's title, right? Reactions. Hey, I even brought something to drink because we are spilling some tea. A little bit of tea, just like a little bit, But in this one, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm not gonna be mentioning people's names because, like I said last week, I do not like bashing people's names, and this is not the channel to be, putting people on the spotlight like that. I can promote people, but I am not about to speak. Not speak bad, but I'm not gonna say their names, But anyway, welcome guys, welcome. By the way, y'all, something so adorable happened just when I was about to film this video. So like my little brother, he sent me this message. Oh, just felt like crying. He was like, Vela, you getting married. Mommy, wherever she is smiling on you. Guys, my brother is like the best. If he watches this, I love you. But anyway, guys, let's get into today's video. Reactions. Hey, reactions. So anyway, we're gonna talk about the positive and the negative, So first we're gonna talk about the positive from friends, people, family, yes, and then the negative, friends, family, the drill. So okay, so the positive. So guys, I told my friends, like after the engagement, I remember calling one of my friends. I'm gonna mention her name, Tato. I called Tato and I was like, Tato, you won't believe. Okay, so I was like, Tato, you won't believe he proposed. I was like so excited. And then Tato was like so excited with me, like, yes, girl, Anyway, when I did tell like a few people in my school, and most of it was good comments. Like people were like so excited, others were just like, this one is dreaming, man. She's getting what engaged at 18. Come on now. But it was positive comments from my peers, at least, the ones that I told, because I was not allowed to wear the ring at school because the school rules were no jewelry. And me, being an RCL, I was not even going to break that rule. Never. So yeah, but then now, so 2 days after, so remember guys, it was still underground, hiding from the church. So every time I would go to church, like literally, but when I would be approaching the street where the church is, I'd be there and then put it in a pocket or something. Like most of the time I'll be so worried, like, oh, what if it gets lost? But anyway, after church, once I leave, I'm like putting it on again. So I had the ring on. I had the ring for like 2 days. My aunt did not realize anything. She didn't realize anything, guys. But on the second day, I remember I even forgot that I had a ring on. So we were watching some TV, me and her, and I was just like, like when you're so focused on TV, like reacting, and then I could see like that she's looking at me, like at the corner of my eye. I'm like, why is she like looking at me? She was like, when somebody's studying you, like she's just like, anyway, yeah, she was doing that, and I was like, what is she looking at? And then finally she was like, no, Pela, you need to tell us when you're married. And then I just laughed, and I was like, Auntie, I'm not married. And then I told her the whole thing, and you know what, my aunt was happy. She was happy. So here's the thing about my aunt, this is my dad's younger sister. Even my aunt, you can talk to my aunt about anything. She's just chilled. Of course there are boundaries, like she's still a grown-up, we still need to respect her, but you can talk to my aunt about anything. Like, that is the one most supportive person. Like, literally, she'll tell you the truth as it is. Like, she's not even going to sugarcoat it. But she has that thing, man, where you can just talk to her about literally everything, and she's fine, you know? So I told her, she was so excited, you know. Plus, yeah, she knew him, and, you know, it was just like, oh, okay, you know. She was chilled. She was fine. And then I told my other aunt, who is the eldest, like, she's the firstborn, like my dad's older sister, you know. She was also fine. Yo, very excited. Yabona, if you want somebody who likes my boyfriend, that's my aunt. Yo, my aunt is like my eldest aunt. That one, he likes my boyfriend so much. I feel like if she was to be given the platform, she would even write a book about him. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but she likes him. She likes him, and she was excited. She was so happy. Remember, I was at her house and I told her, yo, she was so happy. She was like smiling, laughing. My aunts were all happy. Ne? They were all happy. And then, yeah, I told like a few of my friends. Like, some of my friends had left high school. So I remember I called, hey, Mgani, this is what happened, you know? So my friends were excited. So out of all my friends, I'm like the first one to kind of like be engaged and about to get married. So I like to tell some of them that I'm the guinea pig, you know, like, we're testing the waters with me. if it's not as good in front, I'll tell them, abort mission, abort. I'm kidding. We are not aborting any mission. Hopefully it doesn't get to the point where we need to abort the mission. But I'm the guinea pig. So my friends were like so excited, like, oh my goodness, wow, that is so great, you know. Yeah. And then this is the positive, remember, ne? If you want to skip to the negative, go for it. But why wouldn't you want to hear the positive, man? But anyway, my dad at the time, so here's the thing, my dad had always had that thing. He's like, hey, when you're dating, even before I even started dating my boyfriend. And at that time I was not dating anybody. And like, literally, I would tell him, Dad, when I am dating, I am going to tell you. And he found this very weird. I remember when I told him that, Dad, when I'm dating, I will tell you, don't worry, I'm not going to hide it. He was just like, wait, what is wrong with this child, you know? But here's the background to it, guys. My mother was the most chilled parent. Even my friends from like primary school, like when we were like 10 years old and stuff, they will tell you my mom was the most chilled person on earth. Like, you could talk to my mom about anything, right? So we would have these kind of conversations with my mom. Can y'all believe that I told my mom that I wanted to get married when it didn't happen, but I told my mom that I wanted to get married when I'm 18. And at that time, I was 15 years old. I was like, Mom, no, I was not 15 because my mom passed away in 2014. So I was probably 11 years old. And I was like, Mom, I want to get married when I'm 18. What do you think? Anyway, story for another day, what she thought. But that is how open my mom and I were. Like, even with my friends, my mom was very open. She would talk about anything, right? So being raised by a person like that, and then having to live with with my dad after her passing, it was kind of an adjustment for him, because typical Zulu guy, they never do these things of where like you have conversations about everything, you know. So for him it came as a shock, and like, yeah. But he knew that I was dating my boyfriend, especially after I came to America, because sometimes, because I was like using WhatsApp, I didn't know about all these apps where you can call internationally for cheaper and stuff. So I was using WhatsApp to communicate with everybody. And sometimes I'll tell like my boyfriend, can you call my dad and tell him to log in on WhatsApp because I want to talk to him? So he kind of knew that this guy that is kind of calling me might be, you know. But yeah, and he didn't flip or anything like that. He was just like chilled. He would just be like, okay, I'll call her, or okay, I'll answer, you know. But and then when he's talking to me, he's like, who's this guy? And I was just like, hi, he's he's a friend, like hinting he's a friend. Because guys, my dad was so unpredictable. I felt like I wanted to tell him, but I was scared. But anyway, moral of the story is he didn't react bad to knowing that we are dating, but unfortunately I didn't get the chance to tell him that we're engaged. So sad. But I mean, I told everybody in my family, no, don't tell him. Everybody in my family knew that we were engaged, but then I was like, don't tell my dad, because I was not sure of how he was going to react, but I think I waited too long. So anyway, didn't get the chance to tell him. But either way, I think he would have been fine, I think. But he would have maybe caused a little bit of drama, but I think eventually he would have been fine with it, right? Anyway, guys, that's the positive. Like, people reacted so good. My family, my aunts, my friends, they reacted so well to this. Hey, the negative. Hey. Woo, the negative. So, there's two sides of my family. So, there's my dad's sisters, and then there's like extended family. Came that time where I went to visit, yabo. So when I got there, I met with my cousins and I tell them, guys, this is what's happening. My cousins were so excited, like so excited. And then I'm like, okay, so my eldest aunt was there, right, with me. So anyway, we were, to cut the long story short, because we were so many, there was like the kids' house, like where us the young people would stay, not kids, but young people would stay, and then there was like the grown-ups, they had like a separate house that they were staying at. So anyway, one of my cousins, she's like a little bit older than us, maybe like 3 years or 4, really. She's not that old, but so I told her too, because I told the first 2 cousins that are like, we are more or less the same age. And they were like, oh my gosh, I was so excited. And I told her, like I was so excited. I remember we were in the car and her sister was like, hey, I'm out. Y'all talk about this. And then I told her I was so excited, so excited. And I'm like, I remember specifically telling her, don't tell the grown-ups. I want to tell them. Ne? Oh, by the way, this is the negative. I'm on the negative now. So I said, don't tell the adults. I will tell them. I wanted to tell them, guys, ne? Because I feel like these things are better when they come from the horse's mouth, ne? My cousin made a whole promise. No, promise, I won't say anything. I'm like, shut, we're good. How? Like, the next day, I'm surprised. Like, the grown-ups are acting all weird around me. Like, they're acting very weird. And I'm like, what's going on? Mind you, I didn't even have the ring on because I'm like, I just want to tell them, like, put the ring on and then tell them, because like I'm going to be sending mixed signals, And then, I text my aunt, because she was staying in like the older people's home, and then I'm like, auntie, what's going on? Like, what's up? And my aunt was like, hey, more girl told the people in the house. I'm surprised hearing the people in the house talking about your engagement and whatnot. And I'm like, she did what? Guys, after she promised, you know what? I forgave her for what she did now. And it hurt me the most, because I'm like, it's not the fact that she told them. What hurt me the most is like, Miguel, I was going to tell them. And I was going to put it in my way. Now she went on and told them. I don't even know what narrative she used to tell them this, right? I don't know if she got there saying it in a sassy way, saying it in a nice way. Did she add some spices to the story? Now I don't know what she said. I don't know how she came towards, like, to tell them. And then also it looks bad to hear such things from another person. Why do we have to hear it from another person, So I was mostly hurt by that. I'm like, why would she do that? Why? Like, why? I remember the whole December I had beef with her. She probably doesn't know, but I had beef with her. I'm like, why did she do me like that? Why? Like, why? Anyway, so they were acting all weird. It was very weird, like, And then, so we were at the other house. She had, my cousin, the older one, had her friends over. And the friends were like, so when we were at the other house, I would put on the ring. So the friends were like, so you're engaged? Oh my goodness, you're so young. They had all their comments and stuff, which I didn't really mind. Like, oh my goodness, so vele. the one girl was like, yo, I don't believe you wasting your future away like this. If you had known how beautiful you are, Miguel, we would be blah blah blah, Dubai, what because of you. I was like, okay, whatever, I am engaged. If you feel like I'm wasting my future, that's on you, you know. And then my cousin, you know, when it really hurt, when my own cousin, blood, you know what she said? She's like, yo guys, she's like, let me see the ring. And I was like, you know, the smile. She's like, it's not even beautiful. Choo! It cut deep, guys. I was like, ouch. I didn't mind the comments from the friends, but from her, choo, it really hurt. Like, it really hurt, you know. Anyway, fine, because she had already done the deeds for me. Me and my other two cousins, we discussed, hey, it's time, let's tell the elders. So when we were all together, I think they came to the house, and then I was like, oh guys, there's something I need to tell you. And I sat them down. Oh, the most awkward moment of my life. Guys. So we sat down, and yeah, so they all sat down there, and then I broke the news. Okay, this is what's happening. Engaged, you know. First question, are you pregnant? No. I am not pregnant. I'm not. Are you sure? You can tell us if you're pregnant. I'm like, no. I am not pregnant. 100% sure, not pregnant, you know. Plus I was not sexually active, like, you know. Okay, fine. And then the next question was, why? What about school? And I'm like, Aibo, school still continues. It's not even it's a question. It's school is continuing no matter what. Like they were like, I don't know. For me, they were not as excited, and I know it came from a parent's concern, you know. But it was unexpected, and also I feel like they might have reacted that way because they didn't first hear it from me. They heard it from somebody else first. So like it was just a whole lot of, no, why are you doing this? Do you know, guys, the stats of people's marriages who have failed? I heard it on that day. Who is this guy, Fele? I had to give his whole life genealogy. Yay! It was hectic, right? Anyway, and things were just, I don't know, I felt like that side of the family didn't take the news very well. Like, things were just so awkward after that. It was very awkward. Anyway, so yeah, that is how my other side of the family reacted. And then people in general, like, people would say things in stores, like, people I'll be buying with, like, people would be like, are you married? I'm like, no, I'm not married, I'm engaged. Oh my goodness, how old are you? Like, people had this thing like, why are you wasting your youth away? Why should you get married now? I even told my family this, like, when they were like, why are you doing this now? And I was like, I'm not getting married next year. I was 18 then, but then I'm not getting married next year, you know. And like, I felt maybe they thought, she's engaged, she's getting married now, you know. Yeah, anyway, the people are always reacting negative to the engagement, especially because I'm short, ne? And then I have this face that makes me look like a teenager, so people think, is she 15 years old and engaged? But yeah, a lot of people are not very positive about this, and I think it's kind of expected, you know. And that is how I am going to move on to the lesson of today's video. So the lesson of today's video is this, guys, ne? And this is my theory. Like I said before, that, excuse me, I've never been married. I might be wrong, ne? For me, the lesson is you can never please society. People are like, why are you getting married so young? You're so young, what? I get that. I'm young. But then if I was in my 40s or in my 50s and I'm saying I'm getting married, they would still be like, I got to, you're so old. Do you really want to do this? You know, you can never please people. You can never please people, ever. And my theory is this: every time when people are like, you're so young, you're wasting your youth away, do you know marriage has problems? Do you know that there's a whole lot of things going on in marriage? I know. I mean, I've had family members that are married and they would tell me about like what is going on in marriages and everything. But my thing is this, my little theory, and I could be wrong, you know, like I've said, I've never been married, so I could be wrong. But my thing is this, guys: whether you get married in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 60s, in your 70s, if you are meant to face challenges in life, not even marriage, just life in general, that's just how life is. Everybody's going to go through problems. Literally everybody. Problems don't choose. Problems don't choose how old you are. Problems don't think, no, she's still a little bit too young, let's give her these small problems. No, it doesn't matter how old you are. I am saying this because I, for one, I'm not saying my experience is better than anybody's. Please don't get me wrong. I, for one, have been through so many things. I've only been on earth for a short period of time, but I feel like the things that this life has thrown at me, yeah, they are deep, man. They are deep. Life didn't sit down and be like, how old is she? Can she handle this? Can she do this? You understand? My point here is, yeah, marriage might have problems or will have problems, but either way, whether you are old, young, problems come anyway. They don't choose how old you are or who you are, you know? So yeah, that's the lesson, guys. Never stop doing something because society says so. Never. Please. That is like one thing I'm asking you, because society never gets satisfied with anything. And never stop doing something because you feel like you'll face problems. Problems are meant to make you stronger, you know? Never say, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to avoid this because I'm going to face this in front. Go face it. Go see what it has for you, you know? So that is my story, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Comment down below if you have anything that you would like to say about my story for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe, to give this video a thumbs up, and comment down there. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe, okay? Anyway, I love you guys so much. See you next week.